It's Psych Up with Brian. Oh, it's a wonderful day. It's President's Day, and Doris is here. Good job, Doris. You're already commenting. So it is President's Day, but I want to talk to you about another day that it is today called Who Shall I Be Day. It's actually Who Shall I Be Day. And we talk a lot of, I haven't talked so much lately about roles and role control, but that's something I'm really working on right now. And you guys know I'm designing a system that's based on the concept of role control. Now, what's the concept of role control? What does that mean? That means that we all play roles every day. This was a concept called role theory. You can look it up in Wikipedia. That was started actually over 100 years ago by George Mead and some other people who just had this theory that what we do in society is we learn roles. And when we're a little kid, we figure out we learn these roles that we're supposed to play, and these roles are socially enforced. If you break the rules of the role, you're going to get pain. You sort of eventually find yourself in socially acceptable roles. Now, when you're born, you're automatically in some roles. You're automatically a son or a daughter, maybe a grandson or granddaughter. You might be brother or sister. You might be a pet owner. You might have a pet right when you're born. Okay. And as you grow, you kind of learn how to play your roles and you figure out how to play your roles. So are you a outgoing friend? Are you a caring friend? What kind of friends do you make? And how do you approach friendship? What kind of a son or daughter are you? Do you try real hard to do good? Do you clean? Do you keep your room all clean all the time? So how do you play the roles that are foisted upon you initially? There's a lot of roles that you have to play. Now, you have to play some kind of role to make money. Most of us have to. And so what role do you play to make money? Well, whatever it says on your business card, that's what that company is paying you to play that role. And so hopefully you get some good pleasure and you're bringing people some positive value in your work. You're making people happy. You're making their lives better through your work. So when you think, okay, my role is account executive for Quest or whatever it is, and so whatever your job is, hopefully you're helping people and you're making people's lives better. I mean, obviously you're getting paid, so the goal is you're making people's lives better. You're providing some kind of value and service. Hopefully you feel good about that. So let's think about again, maybe you're a president. But again, it's Who Shall I Be Day today. And so I want you to write down your top 5 roles. And I'm really serious about this. I really want you to write these down. What are the top 5 roles that you play in your life, that you play the most, that you should be very aware of how you're playing them? Okay. And now, probably number 1 is if you're married, you're a husband or a wife. But what kind of husband or a wife are you? Are you a loving, caring, sensitive husband or wife? Are you kind of a busy husband or wife? Do you not have very much time to spend having a better marriage? Or do you have a very, are you a caring, loving husband or wife? I try to be a loving husband. I think I do a pretty good job. I sure try hard to be loving, but again, there's lots of distractions in life. So, what is your number 1 adjective? But pick maybe 2 or 3 adjectives that you want to have attached to you as a husband or wife, or a spouse, or as a significant other, or boyfriend or girlfriend, or whatever your romantic situation is. You can call yourself a romantic partner. What kind of romantic partner are you? Are you, a sensitive romantic partner, or are you kind of a, so think of your adjectives to describe yourself here. Now, what is now one of your roles is real estate investor, right? Now, I like to think of it as real estate winner. That's a role you're playing. It's you in the world of real estate having success. I like to think of it as real estate winner. You could think of it as real estate investor, but then what again is your adjective? Are you a successful real estate investor? Certainly, I hope so. And I certainly hope that as you learn more, you become more successful. But a lot of this with real estate investing, you got to really create it in your mind. You got to see yourself as that role. You got to say, I am a successful investor, because people have a lot of anxiety and fear and other obstacles holding them back, emotional things. why they're not successful. They're self-sabotaging sometimes. And so you got to really start to inhabit that role, really claim that role of successful real estate investor, real estate winner. See yourself in that role. Visualize yourself playing that role to the hilt, and that's a role I want all of you guys to play as real estate winner, making blank dollars. What does real estate winner mean to you? Does that mean making an extra 50 grand a year in real estate? Does that mean making 100 grand a year in real estate and quitting your job? What does real estate winner mean to you, or real estate investor mean to you? Put the right adjectives on your roles. Now, if you're a mother or father, that's going to be a primary role in your life. So give your best adjective. There's a lot of different kinds of moms and dads out there. My dad was kind of really tough on me, and my mom was really kind of a really good communicator. So I would say my mom, excellent communicating mom, talkative mom. That's how I would say. My mom was really good at talking, and that's probably why I'm good at talking. Okay. And then my dad was more like, stern dad. Now, are you a stern dad, really kind of cold and maybe a little harsh on the discipline side? There's not as many dads like that anymore because the world has changed so much, but you may have had a dad like that. Okay. But you don't want to be a dad like that. So, make your choice, because if you don't make a choice, your natural tendency will be to be like your dad or your mom. And you don't want to repeat a negative cycle. Okay. So what kind of dad or mom do you want to be? And then I play some roles like inspired writer. I write a lot. I'm working on our PsychUps program, so I'm writing a lot. I'm an amazing system creator. I've created some amazing systems over the years for real estate investing. And I like to think of myself as a mindful worshiper. I like to be also grateful, a grateful worshiper. I like to be very grateful for God and what God has given us in our lives. And we're very, very lucky. And I'm also like to be a caring mentor. And I really do care. That's my natural tendency. I grew up as a kind of a caring person. And so that I can attach caring to almost anything: caring husband, caring dad, caring mentor. And that's a role I'm comfortable in. Some people aren't so comfortable being caring. That's not really their natural way of being, but sometimes you gotta push yourself a little bit, and you gotta get outside your comfort zone to play a role better. Sometimes you have to be caring in real estate. You have to be caring with your customers, care what they want and what they need. Okay, so we're talking about a lot today. Morning, ready for another great week. Way to go, Doris. Way to get in there early. Doris Hamill. Any relation to Dorothy Hamill, the famous ice skater? Have a blessed President's Day. Happy Monday, everybody at the Wolfpack. Yay, you caught us live today, Lacey. Good job. Happy Monday, everyone. Noel and Kathy always here. Isabel, you're incredibly blessed and grateful. Signed 2 different deals today, one closing March 10th, one closing last Friday, March, both wholesale deals, approximately $25K each. Is that ever beautiful? Guys, that's 50 grand in wholesale fees in the next month. Is that awesome? Way to go, Isabel. Great. Hey guys, we love those stories too. Real flow and pre-foreclosure, 7 years, 5 years shows nothing. 3 months last month. Okay, this is a very specific question, guys. And Texas, I wasn't looking in Texas, and Texas may be different. I know Texas is a little bit different. You know what? Let me do a couple searches in Texas and then let you know what I find on that, Lacey. Excellent. Okay, thank you, guys. Striving to role play 24/7. Yes, and guys, playing the right roles. Just being aware of the roles you're in, because you're always playing some role. Even you go into the grocery store, you're a careful shopper, or you're kind of a impulse shopper. What kind of shopper are you? If you're at the grocery store, that's what you're doing. That's the role you're playing. But when you're at home with your family, you're playing different roles, and they switch sometimes quickly. Sometimes, you'll be in loving mom or dad, and then somebody bumps the glass over and the milk spills all over the table. Okay, what does that instantly change you into grouchy mom or grouchy dad? All right, so that's triggers. That's being aware of your triggers. And so I will talk about triggers too, but triggers are very important. In fact, you should have a triggers list, and you should know everything that triggers you into negative roles and positive roles. When you see your little grandbaby's face, that triggers you into this wonderful, loving grandma or grandpa role. But when, if you see the dog went to the bathroom on the floor, maybe that switches you into a different role. Okay, so, but yes, just being aware of your roles that you're playing, then you can choose them. The thing is, if you're not aware of them, you ain't choosing them. They're just coming over you automatically, and triggers are happening around you, and you're not even aware of it. And you're switching. Now you're in this role. Now you're in this role. Now you're in this role, because you're just not aware of your triggers. You should know all your triggers. You should say, wow, on the pickleball court, there's people that trigger me. Another role I love playing is intense pickleballer, but I got to be careful with that because I can be too intense, and so there's a balancing act there. But there's for sure people that trigger me on the pickleball court that get me a little too intense. That's why you got to be careful. Yay, Lacey's giving Isabel a big shout out. Maniac role when grocery shopping. Okay, so you're a maniacal shopper. That's what Lacey is when she gets in the grocery store. So, and just remember, guys, pick your adjectives in advance. And that way, next time you go shopping, Lacey, just think you're going to be a well-organized shopper. That's how you're going to do it next time, because you're going to have a list. You're going to go in next time, you're going to have a perfect list, and you're going to buy only what's on the list and everything that's on the list. Would that be completely turning around how you are a shopper? That's what I'm talking about with real estate, guys. If you're approaching real estate just kind of piecemeal, wild, I'll make a call here and that, you're just not approaching it in an organized fashion. So again, you want to be an organized real estate investor, not and an enthusiastic real estate investor. So there's a lot of different adjectives you want to tie to that role of real estate investor for yourself. Enthusiastic, organized, well-trained. Well-trained is a big one. If you guys have our what to say and what to do system, and you've been role playing with the videos, remember those videos are set up to role play with, then you are going to be well-trained. So when you get out there, you're going to execute at a high level. Okay, so yeah, okay. All right, so guys, I always leave the list. That's funny. All right, guys, so let's have a wonderful week this week. Have a great President's Day if you have President's Day off. Think about the roles you're playing today, and think about how you're playing them. Remember, how you play it is you're a mom, whether you want to be or not, you're a mom. If you're a mom or a dad, and it's up to you how you play that role of mom or dad. That's the key. So be aware that, hey, I'm playing my role right now. Let me play it to the hilt. Let me, squeeze every little bit of juice out of life and play my roles in a super positive way. Keeping it positive. Just keeping your self-talk positive. Hey, if your self-talk's positive, you're playing a positive role. If your self-talk goes negative, then you go, okay, what negative role am I playing? What triggered me? Just watch your self-talk. If you start getting down on yourself and getting down on life and getting down on, the world and politics and all that, what triggered you? Okay. And then get that trigger out of your life. You know how to control your roles? I talk about role control, keeping in a positive role. How do you control your roles? You control your triggers. If you know there's a challenging trigger in your environment, and sometimes it's a person that will trigger you, you remove that trigger if at all possible. Now, it's not always possible. And if you can't remove the trigger, what do? You have to reprogram your response. So you see that trigger, whoops, that trigger always used to make me mad. Now, when I see that trigger, it somehow makes me calm, because you've reprogrammed your response. Okay, I'll get into this more with you guys. I love talking about role control, of course. And you guys are awesome. That's huge. Yes, you're going to be organized investor from now on. Self-talk is an interesting topic. Yes, guys, how do you control your self-talk? By controlling your roles, by staying in positive roles. How do you understand what roles you're in? Through your role charts. I'm going to talk more about that, but you have role charts that you fill out. Every common negative role that you have, you should have a role chart, and on the bottom of it, you should sign, I'm not going to play this role anymore. Okay, so we had a wide ranging today. So what's our affirmation for today? Our affirmation for today is remember, today is who shall I be today? I'm the best me. I am the best me. Okay. I love being the best me. That's a good one. I love being the best me. Okay, so we play versions of ourselves. I love being the best me. That's our affirmation for today. 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I love being the best me. I love being the best me. I love being the best me. Yes. All right, let's do 3 deep breaths. Nice deep breath in. When you're working out, what's your role? Are you a excited, motivated exerciser? Right now, what are you doing? You're a student, sort of, right? Inhale. Hold it a second. Exhale. Now you're a deep breather. You're a healthy deep breather. Another one. When you take it in, fill your lungs really full and then hold it a little bit. Let your lungs oxygenate and exhale. Awesome. All right. Well, great day. I went way too long already, so I'm going to let you guys go. Let's have an awesome day today. I will see you back here on Friday. Until then, I love Mondays. Psych ups. Gets the week going. Absolutely. So, guys, I will see you. Hey, Caleb made it. Yay. Happy big Monday. Good to see you, Caleb. All right, everybody. So I will see you on, now everybody's commenting. Thank you, Brian, for your generosity of time. I love helping you guys. Don't forget. Yes. Okay. So I will talk to you guys on Friday. And until then, keep expecting success, getting awesome training from the Wolf Couple, and taking action and playing.